It's the first day of the 7 days of webinar series of Mayamen, and today, the first day, we will start with me. I will talk about switch from offline to online, mainly businesses. So I would like to reintroduce myself briefly, why I'm doing this topic. I have 20 years of experience in business tourism in the EMEA region and in the UAE. I have 10 years of online experience and with different job titles. So I feel very comfortable helping people during this challenging time to switch offline to online. So I will share my screen. Bear with me, please. Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So nowadays it's the perfect time. It's might look scary, and people might want to close their business or to to be scared in general with online. And sorry, I am part of these people who thinks that it's the perfect timing to switch online. With what's happening today, we have no other solution to survive. And even it looks scary, it's the best time to switch and to, I don't like to use this word, but to oblige yourself to go on the other side. I'm sorry. So the first thing to do, as I always explain, it's the mindset. Having the mindset is what will help you to become adaptable, flexible, and to take action. Because even you get the best advices, the best techniques, if you don't take action, it will not work. So what do I mean by adapt? You need to think what you can do. Either you postpone, either you pivot to digital, either you cancel. However, you need to evolve. As we know, the world goes very, very fast. Already we evolve, even we don't want to. Look at the phones we have, look at the technology, like Syed said. It's incredible. You have to follow the world you are living in. So we have to evolve. And here, especially during this challenging time, we have to create new strategies or to evolve the new strategies, the strategies that we have already in place, or even to create new program like we discussed, Sohayo. So it's very, very important to, if you want to achieve a bigger impact, even to stay in the marketplace, you have to evolve. Once you agree, you accepted to adapt and to be flexible, then you have to accelerate, you have to act. How to apply those strategies that you learned right now, then you can propel the industry forward. It's really important because you are doing it for yourself, but you are doing it as well for others. You are doing it for your for the community. They will see you having this positive mindset, if I may say, and they will want to do it as well. So you help others at the same time, which is really something amazing for me personally. The first thing to survive, actually, to have in mind, it's to do what you love. It might look cliche, but trust me, it's very, very important. Why? Simply because when you will be in this kind of climates, a challenging time, it will be the only thing that will make you search for new ideas, to evolve, to grow, and to not to quit, not to close, simply. So if you are lucky, you are already doing something that you love. If not, then it's the best time to switch online and do something that you love, that you have a passion with. So before to switch online, I think it's very, very important for having the right mindset to raise yourself 4 questions. Those 4 questions are very used in any other areas, like journalism, like people who are doing investigations. But here they are adapted to business. So the 4 questions are who, what, why, and how. Bear with me. I think I have a friend who wants to come in. I don't know, Shoaib, if you can see the attendees. I have a new guest who wants to join. Shoaib, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Can you see?
my mic was muted. You can just approve him because you are the host. You have this option
What
to approve
then
the
I need
new.
to stop sharing. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you see, we have other. Sorry, bear with me. No, he's not here. Okay. No, he's not here yet. He's in the attendees list, Shoaib.
Let me check from my end
Yes,
because
as you are a co-host, if you can help me for that, because he says I can't log in. However, sorry for this interruption, because I received a lot of pop-up and we are not allowed today. I'm so sorry. So I was saying you need 4 questions. Here he is. Perfect. So we have 4 questions: the who, the what, the why, and the how. I don't know if you noticed in the chat, I offered 2 freebies if you want to open them, and then you can answer to those questions right away. So I know you have already your own businesses. Hello, Tariq, I don't know if you hear me. Tariq, Sorayo, and Sayed, you have already your businesses. However, you can still rethink, because you might evolve or you might redirect your business, because this is the world we are living in. We have always to evolve. So it's not a time wasting to answer to those questions again today. So feel free to open it and to either print it or to answer to the questions right away on the document. So for who simply you have 2 sides of who, because it is for yourself and for the person, for your customers. So a lot of people might think, oh, it's not for me, I can't switch online, and they feel even guilty to switch online because they think it's not for me, it's too technological. I have to be with what I know the best, which is offline or brick and mortar businesses or tasks. However, becoming digital, it's almost for a lot of people. So it is for entrepreneurs, for business owners, for people who have an offline business and they want to switch online, or they want to add an online side to their business, or even to close their offline and to switch completely online. You have people who want to add an online side hustle to their current job. They can be employee, but they are not happy and they want to live with their passion. So they will start something on the side, even it's small, and one day it can become big. Unfortunately, nowadays we have a lot of job seekers with the crisis. So it's perfect for them to start with something online, and even with a very affordable price, or even for free. And we have as well for people who want to have a career change. So if you are among those people, for sure, then you are on the right path to become online. So for who, this is, once you are convinced you can do it, then you know for whom you can sell your product or services. As we mentioned, you need to know your target customers, and we call it as well your avatar. It is actually the perfect customers that you have in mind while creating your services, your product. Like Steve Jobs says, I created any Apple product having in mind the perfect avatar, the perfect customers. He didn't create any product because he wanted to have the best version or to show that he's the best in technology. He just did it to fix or to help his customers. He knew their pain point and he was offering the solution. So people usually, they offer right away their services or their products, while it should be the opposite. You go and check what is in the market, what is people looking for, what are the pain points. And then if you have the solution, then you build your services or your product based on this. So how to know your avatar? You have to know a lot of things about them. It's like your best friend or even your clone. You have to know almost everything about them. It might look scary, but here it's just to know where you can find them and where you can sell your product or services. So you need to know their habits of living. What are they looking on TV? Which newspaper they are reading? What is their favorite clothes brand? More you know about them, more it will be easy for you to reach out to them. We have, as you know, those ad campaigns. They are really, really precise because we know who our avatar is. Yes. So once you know all that, then you need to sell and to promote actually your services or your products, which are a solution to their issue. Once you know who you are, which is a very good base, and you are convinced you are the right person and you know who you can help, now you need to know what you can sell. It might look obvious, but sometimes it's not. It can be services, it can be products, or even it can be both. And people might think, but if I have products, I can't switch online. It's not possible. But trust me, I saw so many businesses online. They are very, very successful. It's simply amazing. So of course, it's more easy for services. And here you can have all kinds of services because people, for example, for psychology, they will tell you, no, we need to meet one-on-one and then to talk. But nowadays you can do webinars, you can do everything online. So it can be coaching, e-learning, legal, accounting, even cleanings, prints, decoration, events. We do events online. I had recently a friend, she told me, but Soumicha, now with the time, you can't promote yourself anymore. And I said, no, I promote myself online. And you see, I have so many webinars, much more than the event I am doing. So it's really, really a mindset. I really insist on that. For the products, it's the same. It can be everything: retailers, jewels, beauty, wellness, food, drinks. Now, all the restaurants in Dubai, you see them online. They are sharing their best recipes. They are sharing, they put online delivery, which they didn't have before. They adapt themselves step by step. It's not easy for them, maybe because they don't know, but they have to. And everything is possible, actually. So, yeah, we need to stay really open-minded. I just put this here, sorry. And now you know who, you know what, you know yourself, you know your customers, and you know what you can sell. Now you need to know why you are selling it. This is really, really important because this is what will keeps you motivated until the end. There will be so much ups and downs. We are all business owners, so we know how it is hard, but we always remember why we are doing it. It can be for different reasons. So I belong to these people who wants to take their offline business online to work smarter rather than harder. It's not easy to do, but I would love to be 100% in this mindset. It is as well for people who want more time with their family, with their friends, or simply doing their own activities like sports or traveling. If you want to have more freedom, and even if you want, of course, more money. For people who wants to have a virtual office, working from everywhere, you can work from a coffee shop. You can work from every place, and this is because you switched online. Simply. And as I was explaining, for example, the restaurants, they build an online community. I would like to insist on this last point. Maybe people don't understand it perfectly. It took me a lot of time to understand it because it's clear, build an online community. But what does it mean to build an online community? I see so many people who are now multimillionaire, And it was thanks to their online community. I will take this simple example of success. I know this lady in the US. She was a mother at home with 3 children. Her husband is a surgeon, heart surgeon, so he's paid very well. However, she wasn't happy. So she started with what she has. She started to show on a weekly basis with one hand the Hoover and one hand her phone. And she was cleaning her living room. And she was doing it as a routine every week. And even myself, I was following her. And at the beginning, she didn't have a lot of followers, but she was doing it every week. Then she was doing it every day in the other rooms of her house. And trust me, after 3 years, and now she is a multimillionaire. She wins much more than her husband. She is well known in Hollywood. She is in so many magazines, and just because of her community. And it's only a women community. It's really, I saw that in 3 years, and I'm like, the power of an online community worldwide can make you reach the sky. So we shouldn't underestimate an online community. So that's why even you can't sell your product, but you can build an online community. And then once the crisis will be gone, it will be much more easier for you to sell your product or your services, because you have already people in your online community who are ready and understand actually your services and your products. Bear with me. So why shall we switch online? So if you want to go from local to global, simply. If you want to reach more people online in your city, in your region, or even worldwide. So it really depends what are your goals. If you want to have passive incomes, you can sell so many digital products on your website, on your blogs. If you want to get untied from your phone or office, some people, they have their phone sticked on their ears, unfortunately. If you want to have a new lifestyle, if you want to grow, if you want to have better analytics and marketing tracking. This is really, really important. If you want to have new income streams to your business, if you want to have a better customer service, if you want to market and sell 24/7, which is amazing, and if you want to add any services to your existing services or products like coaching, program, licensing, franchising, creating online course, it can be everything actually. Online, you can find so many versions of your services. So how can we do that? There are so many solutions. I think we are geek people, so it's okay for us. But there are a lot of people who are scared by the technology. And nowadays, it's very, very easy to find the best perfect tool to help you. So you can do everything actually. You can do online courses, you can do trainings. There are so many solutions. Of course, people who have a budget for this, you can always hire someone or do an exchange of services with someone you know for sure. Just keep in mind this famous sentence, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid, because you have always to make it very simple, because people, if the way to get your product or services, it's a very tricky or long way, they will never buy from you. So we always have to keep it simple. And I did much more just after. Yes, if you want to generate leads, if you have all kinds of social media, a lot of people don't like social media because it's a lot of work and it takes time. However, it is really mandatory nowadays. Your website is the best lead generation online tool. Like I said, if you put every kind of digital product on your website, it will attract a lot of people. And on a daily basis or any routine, you can share your best tips, and then you create your community. you can from your online website or social media, you can drive people to your offline business if you have one. You can educate your audience about your business. For sure, maybe they don't know what you are doing or it's not clear for them. So here it's your role to explain them how your services and your product can help them. You can establish your authority in your industry. It's really important. We have so many competitors, but you can show that you are the best. Why? Because you have your unique experiences. Yeah, that's it. Online presence in order to be an expert in your industry. It's like expressing your authority. You can use freebies like I am doing. For me, I am so happy to give you those freebies, and I have so much more. And I hope they are very useful for you. If you want others, just let me know and I will create them. You can create newsletter. We were doing it already, if I may say, in the past, but now it's much more different. You have so many tools who can create a newsletter and send it to your database with all your new products, your new services, or even your new tips simply. You can create free online courses. People often are scared by online courses, but you can create a small online courses for free. It can be 2 or 3 videos, and you explain to people how to use your services or how to simply help them. You can add sales pages on your website, a video sales letter. You need to engage your community and educate them. So you can do it again, online courses, coaching, and each time having in mind your avatar, your best buyer. You have what we call as well a professional mobile friendly website. You see, I give a lot of details here in the how, because I know technology can be scary, but if you go in details and you select even one of them, it's already very good. So mobile friendly website, it's very important. How many people have a website but they are not mobile friendly? You have website hosting, website themes, SEO optimization. It's really important to be seen online. Email capture, you offer something for free and in exchange you get an email, and then you show them that you can help them. Usually people who get the freebies, they're interested already by your services and they want to know more. You have landing pages, sell pages, you have email marketing, which is really powerful. You have secure payment processing, e-payment gateway. Now there are more and more solutions, especially in the UAE. It's not that easy, but you have more and more solutions. Social media with valuable daily content. How you can become strong online? It's because you bring you post valuable content. It's very important. It's not just a picture of your logo. It's really how you can help people, how you can help your community, and you will see you will have engagement. People will want to know more, or even they want to understand what is it because they don't know what you are offering. A way to create online course, again, to host your online course, e-commerce, it is very important. It's like with the e-payment gateway, you can sell everything online, whatever the kind of business you have, shipping service. Online branding, it's very important. You can do blogs, you can do articles, you can do newsletter, you can do videos, Google ads, SEO, chatbots, digital marketing. So you see, you have so many tools and solutions to become online. So you just choose at least to start with one of them, and then the rest will come. After you answer to those 4 questions, so who, what, why, and how, now your mindset is clear. This is really very important, to have a clear vision of your business, what you are offering and to whom. However, now we become in the financial part, because you need to create a business plan. Often people are asking, but you need money to create a business or to switch online. However, if you make a business plan, you will know how much you need. And again, they are really affordable solutions. So if you are not familiar with business plan, you can always find a financial partner, colleagues, or contact a financial company to help you. Yes, so for people who have income, who have savings, they know that a business is expensive. However, you can find different solutions. If you don't have monthly revenue aside, or if you don't have business angels, or if you don't have any funding, then yes, you need to have savings, you need to have a cash flow. And people will tell you you need it for 6 months or 1 month. And I can tell you, I can guarantee you, you need a minimum 3 to 5 years. So we are business owners, so we have all our own experience. I review my own experience. So it depends your case. Again, however, nowadays with these challenging times, a lot of people don't have this cash flow, and even they have it, they don't want to put it there because they don't know if it will be a success or not. There are so many solutions to become online, again, with an affordable price or even free. So of course, there are different solutions. So just come back to me and I will give them for you. And again, always be creative, innovative, and find customers upfront, because maybe you are scared to put your money there. But if you have already customers who are already leads or buying or want to buy your product or services, then you know you are on the good way, on the good path. And here you can go on and invest and create your business. Yes, you need to build a cash reserve. This is really, really important. And with this online version, you can do that very easily. Selling digital product or whatever kind of digital product, it's easy passive income. And here you can build your cash flow. Yes, what I like to say is always remind yourself that you are doing business. It looks obvious, but we take it often personally. So business and personal funds, in my opinion, should be separate. It's really, really important. Building your online presence and driving digital sales takes time and investment, like it does for your offline locations. So be patient with yourself. Try to do your best on a daily basis. It's very important. And then don't give up. That's really the most important thing. We are doing business. There are a lot of people here who are very used to be not cold, but you need to be neutral while they are doing business. They can open, they can close them and reopen new ones easily, like they are buying tickets. I admire them because most of people, they put their heart, they put their personal feeling. And here, no, you are doing business. So we have to do our best and don't give up, and it takes time. Yes, I wanted to share with you the successful stories in the last recession, which was, I don't know if you remember, during 2008 and 2010. And as you can see, these companies started at that time, which is really amazing to believe. So we had Uber, we had Airbnb, we had Pinterest, we had WhatsApp. Can we live today without WhatsApp? No. We have Square, we have Venmo. I'm sure there will be plenty new ones that we will hear about later on. So here it's up to you if you want to be one of them or not, simply by switching offline to digital. And I like to cheer up people who are always with me. Always remind yourself that the future is bright and the best is still yet to come. And I really, really believe in that. So I hope you do too. If not, and I hope it's new for you. And I will simply finish with this sentence. The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our chapter number 1 to someone else, chapter number 20. So we have to create our own journey, and we have to stay focused and believe in ourselves. So I was there. I was always comparing my chapter number 1 to chapter number 20, especially people who were in the same industry as mine. And it was a big mistake. So you have to learn to be patient with yourself and to believe in yourself simply. I really believe that people who are here today, there is a reason. It's not by chance. It's not a coincidence. So you have to understand that we are always at the right place at the right time. So I will end my presentation here, and I would like to maybe start the session Q&A. Hello, Tariq. Welcome. You can unmute yourself. I will just try to unmute everybody. And you should all be unmuted. Sorayo, you are the only one, and Sayed.
Soumicha, I'll be
Yes.
unmuted for a while because my laundry is at the stage where it's finishing. I don't want to cause some disruption to the conversation.
If
but
you
I'll
have
surely
questions,
participate because I do have some inputs to make.
Perfect. Yes. So either you unmute, either you express yourself in the chat. Up to you. Welcome, Tariq. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Interesting.
Yes. So this presentation, actually, it's my own experience. I hope it helped you, even I know you are already expert people in the business world. So if you have any comments or any questions or any input, feel free to express yourself. We have still 20 minutes, 15 minutes. I was giving 15 minutes for a Q&A session. So don't hesitate.
Well, I'll just make a comment.
Yes, Tariq, please go ahead.
I think now is a good time to do all these things. You know, a lot of the things that you mentioned, we already had it in mind, like in the back of our minds, you know.
Somewhere.
But we haven't actually did it because we're always busy with day-to-day business and everything. Now the things are slower. Now is the time to actually do these things. You know, get them going. So we started some of these things. You know,
yes.
Including our webinars and like the newsletters. We were always doing it for others. We're never doing it for ourselves. We're always neglecting our own social media, although we were helping other people with it. So now in a way, it might be a good thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
for
completely agree with you. I wanted to cheer up people because they were so sad and they were like, I will close everything, or I will stop, I will be in pause until the coro disappears. And I'm like, no, do everything from home. We are so lucky nowadays that the digital world, the online world, offers all kinds of possibilities. You even have free tools. But of course, it takes time. You need to learn how it works, etc. However, you can start with very small things and people will know you. I know people who are very, very famous in the offline world, but people, they are looking for them online and they don't find them. And I'm like, yes, I know. They don't have any digital online presence. So it's like you have to rebuild everything online. All the years, all the time and the money you spend offline, it was like for nothing, because nowadays the world wants to see you. You have to be visible. It's like this business are like ghosts, they are not online, unfortunately. So I had to express the quality of those people to the others and tell them, no, they are expert, they are in the region, blah, 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 because simply they don't have this online presence. So it's very, very important to have it and to have it active. You can see people having, I don't know, hundreds or hundreds of thousands followers in one day just because they did something particular that day. Your life can change anytime. We are not looking for becoming famous, but at least visible to the people, to the avatars, to the people that we want to help. So yeah, we need to be open-minded. That's why I always said first is the mindset. Once you are okay with it, once you agree with it, then your vision will become clear and you can act easily on it. And of course, you will attract the partners, the customers, everything will be much more easier. This is my own opinion, and it's one of the things that I wanted to express.
Yeah.
Do we have any?
I agree with you, but some kinds of businesses, it's so difficult to go online. For example, there's one lady, she does massage. What can she do? Impossible.
Exactly. I can answer to that.
Yeah,
I just remember this page, services and products. I put everything. I put retails. I put restaurants. I put everything. What I was explaining, maybe you can't sell. You need, of course, you need to have the person on with you. However, until you are authorized to meet people legally, you can stay in contact with them. You can build your community, and your community, trust me, after this, maybe you will multiply your customers by 100. Why? Because you stayed in contact with them. You showed them all the tips and tricks that maybe they can do themselves. How to massage, I don't know, your shoulder. You show them. You do online courses. You show them with small videos. You can do online courses with a cheap price. There are so many other solutions you can do until they can come back and they will say, oh, they helped me when I was this back pain, or they helped me when I was this headache. They helped me when I was at home. They teach me how to do it. I can't imagine how it can be if I go and meet them in person. So the most important is to not lose the connection with your people and to this community. Community, I told you, this lady, she was at home, she couldn't do anything. Now she's winning much more money than her husband. When I saw that, and I was one of her first followers, and I'm like, wow, just because she was cleaning her home. It's her community, the power of her community to help her to become amazingly successful. So there are always solutions to become online. Always, whatever the kind of business you are, trust me, Tariq. Do we have any other comments or questions? Maybe
you have a chat. You have a chat.
Maybe.
I'm sorry. Yes. Thank
Yeah,
you.
this is Suraya. Again, for those who didn't hear about me, I would like to add that I'm from the travel industry.
Yes.
Basically, my agency's name is Mirage Tours, and we focus on B2B sales mainly. But now with these changes in the in the situation, we're definitely considering changes in the business model and in the strategy of our business. So I think one of the things that we as businesses struggle, it's not really like going online, but it's also the mindset to quickly shift. It's something new that none of the businesses have experienced before. Like me as an expert in my industry, I will of course understand what my customer needs because I've been in the business for 10 years. Of course, I know how to sell or what to sell and how to deliver the processes and everything. What are the strengths of my my staff? But then when there is a need to change and quickly shift and transform, you need to again look at the market condition. Like as you said, if for example travel industry now is down because of the restrictions that we're in. The government implemented the lockdown. We're not able to sell anything. Like the activities, everything is shut down. So how do we proceed now? What do we do now? Even though we're skilled as experts, how do we reinvent ourselves? So one of the things our agency is considering is we need to look at the market needs. For example, if I was focused more on VIPs and premium services, when you know that everybody, like, you know, human nature is going through this very challenging times. People are losing jobs, people are struggling with cash, some are going into hospital. So we need to think, what is it there that I can do to support the current situation? So one of the ways for us to shift our services is to look at the local market needs. For example, when people, like I'll start giving examples because I think it will be easy for others to reflect on that. Like, what is it that you can do in a best way with your skills and with your existing, say, staff, making sure that they don't lose their jobs? How do you shift and how do you transform based on the local market situation? We all know that this is not gonna, like, I don't want to sound
No, it's
pessimistic,
okay.
but we need
Yeah.
to think of a way that businesses, as you said, like businesses, they need cash flow. We need to survive for the next 6 months, and 6 months being on hold and waiting is also something that businesses are not able to do, especially when you're living in a Dubai. You need to pay, 80% of your staff are expats. They don't have their own home. They need to rent. We need to think how to sustain our valued staff, as well as to keep going. So you look at the current market situation where, for example, we're gonna start focusing our products to serve local market needs. If we were offering hotel bookings, which were for luxury 7-night stay, or with tailored with many activities, we can look at the monthly rentals, because many are now considering, because of the uncertainty, they don't know whether they're able to rent their homes on yearly basis. So, and there are so many hotels which are not on quarantine. They are offering so many available rooms, and at a very low cost, affordable price. It saves you the time, it saves you the hassle. So we've already started the marketing campaign on offering like very good solutions on monthly rents. I think it's very important to talk to your service providers, because one of the most efficient way to handle your business is to understand what is it out there that you can offer in a current situation. The old days don't work anymore. You need to really be very aggressive in terms of we need to talk to your clients, we need to talk to your vendors, whoever is offering, and you need to be proactive and creative in what you can do. Quickly shift. And for example, if you've got the budget, and it's easier, as earlier you mentioned, to shift when you're a small business. But if you're a big business and it requires a big change in all processes in training your staff, then you probably need to look at hiring a project manager, somebody who can really help you to transform, to manage the crisis, or to really guide you through the process, to make sure, because it's very important to consider all aspects and all sectors of your business. And every business is very individual. Every business is very specific. Like, what makes you good in your business is your core if quality, what your professional experience, basically. So it's really important to have experts in change management or in transformation, who will really be able to train your staff in each if it's a contracting or sales or marketing, to transform, whether it's digital, whether it's strategy wise, whether you also need to look at your competition. So there are many things to look at. I think the shift is needed. We're now in a phase where we're forced to change, and perhaps it's a good thing. It will only bring us new ideas, and this time where we have the time to shift, it will only let us improve our services in a better way, so that we can, the better you improve, you're going to come out of this crisis stronger. You'll have those, for example, my customers, they come to me because they know that I always give them quality. I give them optimal solutions. And then if you integrate technology, and if you integrate new processes, and if you network, because now with everybody having all the free time in the world, we have the time to network with our existing or new, to make new leads. I think this is the best way to really use this time efficiently and come out of this crisis stronger. That's what. So if obviously it's a great opportunity to have these talks, because I don't think in our daily lives we had the time to really talk and to understand what we're offering. I welcome all the all people, whoever are however you are connected in business or sales or social media, if you have any ideas that can help me improve my business, or if you want any advice from me, obviously please reach out to me. Like, I'm available on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to discuss, and it's very important to stay connected, because alone you cannot do a big change, and together, when everybody brings value into the process, we're more powerful and we're more professional in whatever we come up with. So that's my comment. Sorry, it was long, but I wanted to speak out.
Very good, Soraya. Thank you so much. I really loved it because it was an added value, and you comment and you ask and you have questions. Me, I love the online world. The digital world, I know it since 10 years. When I was a project manager in Europe, my colleagues in the travel agency, they were all scared by online. And me, I don't know, I knew it was the future, and better to start soon, better it is. Now, we are, like you said, obliged to switch, and it's difficult for people. That's why I'm doing this PDF to create your mindset. Even for you, it's hard. I am showing you one by one, step by step, how to switch your mindset. And if you are the owner of the agency, it will be easier for you. If it's clear for you, then your team will follow you more easily. So that's why I was saying, even you have a lot of experience in your industry or in your agency or in your business, we need always to evolve and to adapt ourselves. So that's why those questions, go back again, and maybe it will create new ideas for you. What I would suggest again is to create a community online. Maybe you don't have it yet, or you have it but it's not active yet. How to create an online community? Simply with your social media, with your newsletter, with going to all these kind of webinars that we have right now. You can create webinars for your existing customers to reassure them, or even to tell them what are your struggles, what are your questions, and then maybe you will find solutions for them. Because if you don't communicate with them, with your community, you don't know what they need, and maybe it will be easier, because either you are creative and you create new product online and you check your competitors from other countries, because here they are not more digital, then you will see already what it is already doing in the business tourism. Or you create meetings like this with your existing customers, either one by one or a group. It's better, a group. And then you ask them simply Q&A or a chat or a debate with what are you struggling nowadays, how I can help you, tell me, or you simply inform them that you are still there, available, like you are doing it, and they will know and they will love that. In the meantime, you create newsletter. In the meantime, you create small online courses. You remind them what you are doing. You remind them your product, your services, and you create newsletter. I don't know if you are if you have a destination in particular like Dubai, you re-explain Dubai, why Dubai, and maybe foreign customers. Now I can see Emirates, they have eight flights per day now, so it's reopening, so it will come back soon on track, and until then you will be ready to have new customers ready to use your services. So you need to be much more active actually nowadays online than you were active in your offline business. So it's a lot of possibilities. That's why, again, I ask you to go back to the 4 questions, because your mind, your brain automatically will create new solution for you. And of course, we are in the same community, same industry. I will see if I see other competitors who are already doing a lot of digital, especially in the US. In my mind, I will send them their website or their products, and then maybe you can copy, but having your own version, because we don't copy paste, of course, but at least how they are evolving in the online world, and maybe you can adapt it to your services for your customers. So it's really, really important to be in contact with your online community, or to create it and to offer a lot of digital products. It can be a small ebook, it can be videos, it can be a YouTube channel, it can be everything. So far, just being in contact with your people, it's really the most important. And then the product will come one by one, and then not the normal, but the new normal will be active, and it will look like very, very easy.
Well, obviously the business will kick in once the restrictions will be lifted. But then again, because of the change in the mindset, not mindset, but more of a fear factor for the people to go again, you know, with the virus travel, it will affect, and it will probably take time to pick up. So this is the time to really, you know, integrate those online systems, which will help us optimize our efficiency. And obviously, like looking at the internationally bigger companies who have already done it on the proven systems is the right thing. Again, as you said, it's a budget. That's when you don't know, when there is no cash flow, you're gonna think whether is it the right time to integrate it, because now we have all the time. But it's natural for us to think, is it really the right time to invest into this technology based on my clients that are now? But then in the future, maybe those clients no longer exist, or maybe even those airlines no longer exist. Maybe the industry will, there are many things to really, that shifts your mind. It's not like looking pessimistic. It's realistic. I mean, I think you need to really define your market and your customers in a way that you're able to project, you're able to predict how is it going to be. It is hard because it's very new. I mean, I've been in the industry for 10 years. I've already went through these phases where I had to shift my business and the market need based on the, you know, market needs, from VIPs to corporates, from corporates to individual. Like we have, the businesses have been transforming as we go through different changes implemented from the government or economies. But then when it's how do you call it? It's really important to do it as a whole organization, not and to really make sure that those processes happen, that shift happens at all sectors, with everybody who is involved. It's like reinventing yourself, but from the scratch.
Exactly. You see, remember the first slide, the second slide, it was evolving, adapting, and flexibility. It's a mindset. You need to be ready to adapt yourself and to evolve each time. Now our world is going faster than before. It was already going fast, but now it's more and more faster. So you have to have an open mindset, and it's not like before. Now you can't have something fixed for I don't know how many years. And more you are open, more you are flexible, more you adapt, and more you act, better you will succeed, because you are in the online digital world. It's very easy. So you can create already packages, virtual packages for those VIPs that you have already. Even I think they might not stand. However, it's your job to tell them, here, I have something for you during the crisis which will help you. We have Said, who have already a lot of technology systems for the digital world. I'm sure he can. I will give him a few minutes after. He can give all the tools. But there are so many things to create Sorayo, you can't imagine. So the first thing, face your fear. We are all in the same boat. You are not alone. All those people are struggling.
Well, I'm very optimistic.
I am.
I'm just being rational, you know.
You have to evolve. It's really important, because I told you I know the online world since more than 10 years. So for me, it's logical. But I am helping my community, my people, to become online. So that's why. And I know it's scary because we are not used to. But trust me, it's very easy. You just need to adapt yourself, to be flexible, and to be creative, and ask your people what do they want during this crisis, and do partnership, and do whatever you can. So I'm sure if you answer to those questions again, then your brain will give you new ideas. And again, if I see other competitors success online, I will share them with you. Maybe it will give you other ideas. But yes, you have to remain positive, because if you are not, your customers, your colleagues, your team feel it, and it's not good. It's not good. We need to evolve. We have no other choice. So for me, this corona, people are crying, but for me, it's a kind of a disguised blessing, because it obliges you to use what you have already, which is not a lot, but to become more adaptive, more creative than before, and helping others. So it's really, really
yeah. I guess it will come to many like specific businesses. They will really have to diversify in one way or another to start offering new services, and then that's how you probably reduce your risk. Like just
Yeah.
trying to be, as you said, flexible and adaptable, and creating new services
Exactly. You will have
based
passive
on
income.
the current
Yeah.
marketing.
With digital products, you will have passive incomes. You know, once technologically online, you are built, set up from A to Z. You can put every digital product on your website or wherever, and people, you need to promote it, and people will buy it. While you are sleeping, you will receive text from your phone that it's working. You need to find the right product, and for that, it's creating a community, because your community will tell you what they want, what they need. It's very important. Yeah. Do we have other comments or questions?
Yes. Yes, Soumicha, very well explained. And I have a question, not a question actually. I want to add something. So there are still lots of businesses who are physically based. So they don't know how to take their business online. Like we are in this generation, most of us know how to take our business online, how to do the online activities in this social media and digital presence. So it's easier for us. But there are still lots of people who doesn't know how to take their business online. So they are like might be very well known physically. Their business might be well known physically, but online there might be not too much, not a good presence online, and they don't even know how to take it up there, right?
Yes.
So we at Mayamen Marketing Management, we are offering the services. We have a complete wide array of digital services at Mayamen, from digital solutions, web solutions, mobile applications, and videography and shoots, photography, everything, each and everything you just think of, complete whole marketing, and the event management as well. Uh, Thanks to you, you've been managing the event management part really well. So we have like a complete list of expertise in these areas. So what we are actually doing, we are making and helping other businesses to grow and to make their convert their physical business, transform their physical business into online. So by doing all those activities, we'll be able to, in these circumstances, we'll be really glad and work with our company, with such companies, to make their businesses grow online. So we are there at Mayamen Marketing Management Services. So we are offering our services, and most importantly, considering the current situation, current crisis, we have got those sort of solutions that can work in these current problems, in this current crisis situation. So we just want people to contact us through email. We have our email mentioned on our website, or they can contact us on social media. We are 24/7 active, and we'll be happy to help the businesses grow online. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Shoaib. It's true, becoming digital, it's not that easy. That's what I was saying. You can do it with the expert. They can do it faster for you, but it's up to you again. I just want to answer one question quickly, and then I want to give the word to Sayed, who have one answer for you, Sorayo. Just to answer to the question that we have in the chat, Abdullah, he was asking, very interesting presentation, Soumicha, thank you. Can you talk about what is the key thing to be successful when we go online? I would say actually there is not only one, but two things: the mindset and building your community online. Because once you have the right mindset and you know what your community needs, then your digital presence will offer the best solution. You will have the best digital products, and they will buy online. From home at any time during the day or the night. So I would really say the mindset to be open, to be flexible, adaptable, and to act very fast. And yes, to be ready to listen and to support your community. And it's not only your customers, it's as well everyone in your community, because it will create a lot of kind of business partnership or whatever. So yes, this is how I can answer. I hope it helps you, Abdullah. Said, if you can unmute yourself because you wanted to answer to Soraya's question.
Hi, thanks, Ray. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, Saeed. Good. How are you?
Doing great. Okay. I understand the pain you're actually going through. Have you looked up a company called Pack Up and Go?
Pack
Have
up
you
and
heard
go.
about
No, no, no,
that?
no.
Do you know the difference? I mean, do you know the concept of staycations?
Of course.
Okay. So Pack Up and Go on the 22nd or 21st of February, when they got to know that this is what they're actually going through, they moved their vacation business model to a staycation business model.
Okay, yeah, for sure. That's what we're planning to at Mirage Tours. We're gonna try to promote other Emirates for the residents in Dubai because I mean, thanks God, the lockdown is already eased a little bit. We're able to go out in masks or with the gloves. At least there's some relief on that, so that gives us hope that things will move forward in a better way. And then of course when everybody's isolated, they will look for packages to really, you know, a small staycation in, like, if they're not able to fly, at least to do it locally, to
Yeah.
take a small break.
But my thought process was a little bit different. Okay. Now, agencies are trying to do staycations in your own location where you are based. All right.
Yes. Yeah.
So if I was you, I might be wrong, I might be right, but this is what I would try. I would look up globally. There are a lot of countries who have a very low percentage of COVID-19 suspect cases. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of them who actually come out of the lockdown, like how you and me are coming out right now. I would immediately focus on building a clientele in those particular locations, which might be an exercise for you. Even when the lockdown gets off, you have built a client base globally, which are in a place where you've never even thought you would be doing business with.
Yeah, that's really that's how we're already, like, instead of like our core strengths were in CIS countries, because I come from Uzbekistan and I have a big network of those in say Russia, Ukraine, Kazakhstan. But then now I know that Russia is not even planning to they're not planning to run their airlines until a year. And I know Germany is just waiting for Dubai to open up and just run their, because there are countries in Europe that are coming out of this in more optimistically, I would say. Or Sweden, a country where there's no, say, they don't even implement the lockdown because they, you know, based on many cultural or business factors. Yeah, so I do understand that market reorientation is important. But then, like, when I turn to travel technology, because I know this lockdown and being isolated, it's driving and forcing the businesses go digital. Like, what is the actual, or even when locally there are companies saying we're a technology company, we can find you solutions. How can a non-expert technology company give you a solution when you come and say, do you have any travel technology that has been tested, that has been used? They say, we will look into it. But then when they give you options, they don't know how it works based on your business. It's really important to offer us the travel technology expert wise, like professionally, not just any travel technology out there, not with the budget that is out there. You need to really look at the needs and the how this business is able to adopt this travel technology and how much it's suitable for you. I mean, it's easy to advise go digital, but then when you go digital and your strategies are changing and you're focusing on one thing and you're shifting to a new business product, it's very important to really find the right strategy technology for you. It's not just technology. So how do you adapt to that?
In your case, in the terms of the travel, I don't think there is one-stop technology off the shelf, because no travel industry technology companies have been through COVID before for them to visualize that in the future or 10 years down the lane, people might want this kind of technology. So that's never happened. In your case, you're not selling anything. If at all, even if you're not able to sell anything, one of the biggest assets for you right now is lead generation. Correct me if I'm wrong. You need to start talking to people.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at,
or say or at least to create something that, like, if we're refocusing in terms of like we need to get visible, right? Because Mirage Tours didn't stand
yes,
for say monthly rentals. We were kind of premium VIP, that kind of image. So now if I want to refocus and start promoting, because of the network I have in the hotels, because of the contracts, and because of the database that I already have the products. Now I need to run my social media. But then if I want to optimize that in the way that I'm able to filter out the best in the area, I need to again use technology. So is there a technological company that will say, I will integrate it within 2 weeks, something that you really need? I understand as an expert what I need to be based, but then how to reach out to those who are really professional? Like, if you've got somebody to recommend, I'll really appreciate that. Somebody
I do.
is you do. Okay,
think,
that's great. Then we need to connect.
I think in the other seminar, webinar, I think Soumicha, I spoke about the. I think this is a pain point I spoke about, the tools which is actually going to be provided to people who are actually coming on board online with the most minimal expenses. Definitely we'll connect after the call. I think Soumicha's got that information as well, and I can see at the end of the day, there is no one solution for the entire problem. The problem needs to be split up in like a jigsaw, okay? And we need to take piece by piece and say, this solution, whatever I'm probably suggesting, would solve 8 or 10% of your entire problem. Then we need to find out another route map for solution where that will solve another 15-20%. So when you say technology, there will not be one full technology package that says take you from 0 to hero. No, you have to break it down into pieces. I'll tell you the straight away pieces. If you're looking at using this opportunity to create a brand. So if you already have a brand, then that part of the solution is completed. Then now you need interactions with the clients. So there are multiple factors which actually technology will solve. It will not solve. There's not one piece that will solve everything. So you have to understand this as a breakdown, break this down into multiple pieces, sit down, strategize, and say, okay, how much do I have in terms of funds? That's more important. And each of these different problems can I solve right now in order so that as the lockdown is going away, I can capitalize on that. So that's a full-on discussion wherein somebody needs to look at your watch and tell you the time and say, this is exactly what we need to do. And that's the stage what we need to get to. And now you have time. This is the time when you can invest, because once you're back, you're just going to be looking for new clients for the revenues to increase because you've gone through these negative times. So this is the right time. If you have even about 2 weeks right now, even if you spend 3 hours in a day focusing on understanding and how to implement these technology solutions in different parts of the business. Consider this, I'm talking to you as a cycle wheel. You got a center point and you got spokes all the way going through, and the end are the clients, omni-channel. So you need to start ticking each of these spokes together so that everything starts running smoothly once you're back. It needs time and patience. But I can definitely connect with you and tell you how to actually streamline your thought process. No issues about it at all.
And I will
Thanks a lot.
As we discussed, Rayo, the contact for this online travel tool that I think can help you. But again, the end is the offline. But maybe it can help you. I don't know. Maybe they adapt themselves because.
I mean, I can look at all the possible options, and then once I review what's out there, then I can we can take a decision on which one suits our business needs.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot, guys.
And maybe you will have different solutions that you can apply at the same time because it's different issues.
Yes.
And again, as I told you, I have more than almost 10 years of travel technology, experience. So I would be very happy to help you. Sure. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
As the time, more than 1 hour, it was very successful. I hope you liked it. I hope it helped you all. Yes, so I think we can close the call. So thank you all for your time. We really appreciate it. And we are
Thanks a lot.
during 7 days at the same time at 11 a.m. Tomorrow it's another topic. We will have the Senior Vice President of DSOA, the Dubai Silicon Oasis Authority. And I'm sure if you have questions as business owners, don't hesitate to come, and we will be more happy to have you on board. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Soumicha. Thank you.
Bye.